Hello and welcome back to the Daily Refresh. Our scripture for today comes from Revelation chapter 3, verse 20. And it reads, Here I am. I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come in and eat with that person, and they with me. Now, this is something that a lot of people reference when they say that Jesus is standing at the door, of our hearts, knocking, pretty much letting us know that whenever we're ready to let him in, he is ready and able and willing to come into our hearts, come into our minds, come into our spirits. And of course, this one is also speaking physically, as far as the many times that Jesus has supped with individuals and been with them and led them and guided them. So for us to have him abiding within us is going to be what allows us to ensure that what we're doing is aligned with his will for our lives. Now, the YouVersion Bible App devotion today is around this, and it has a song, and it also has the thoughts of the individual who wrote their reflection on this song. So I just wanted to read the verses of the song as they have presented them, and also their reflection of the song, and then we can also kind of discuss how we feel about the verses of the song as well as how they felt about it. So the title is Let the Light In. Verse 1, It's time for the sleeper to wake. It's time for the old winds to change. I hear the Spirit say it's time. Verse 2, It's time for the dead man to rise. It's time for the great light to shine. I hear the Spirit say it's time. Chorus, Fling wide your heavenly gates. Let the King of Glory in. Let the King of Glory in. Come right in on your people's praise. Let the King of Glory in. Let the King of Glory in. And the bridge says, Open the windows. Let the light in. So here's the reflection of this individual who created this devotion. I came across this song idea a few years ago while I was sitting at the piano worshiping and writing. At that moment, I had a vision of the windows of my heart and the hearts of other people opening up to the great light of Jesus. And they referenced Matthew chapter 4, verse 16. Let the fresh morning light that pours into my house when I open the curtains. The light of God illuminates our hearts and brings fresh life and hope when we open and invite him in. In John chapter 8, verse 12, Jesus said, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. Then in Revelation chapter 3, verse 20, he says, Look, I stand at the door and knock. If you hear my voice and open the door, I will come in. I love what those two verses show us. How Jesus wants to be a part of our lives. How every moment of every day he is present and waiting for us to invite him in. And when we do, when we give him access to the dark places we're afraid to expose, something amazing happens. The sleeper awakes, old winds begin to change, what was dead is brought to life, and the great light shines. The people who walked in darkness have seen a great light. Those who dwelt in a land of deep darkness, on them has a light shone. And that's from Isaiah chapter 9, verse 2. Take a moment to ask yourself, in what areas of my life do I need God's light to shine? Where do I feel overwhelmed by darkness, held hostage by fear, broken by shame? Today you have an opportunity to let the light in. You can answer Jesus' knock, open the door, and experience a real relationship with him. With all my heart, I believe a movement of God is happening upon the earth today. I believe he's bringing people from a place of religion to relationship. It's the cry of my heart. I want it for you. and I want it for the people and family in my life who don't yet know him. But it starts with you and me. It starts with us letting the light in so the King of Glory can shine through us. And I hear the Spirit saying, it's time. Open up ancient gates, open up ancient doors, and let the King of Glory enter. Who is the King of Glory? The Lord strong and mighty, the Lord invincible in battle. Open up ancient gates, open up ancient gates, and let the King of Glory enter. Who is the King of Glory? The Lord of heaven's armies. He is the King of Glory. And that's from the 24th number of Psalms, the 7th through the 10th stanzas. So this particular devotional is something that can be personally attached to each of us. If we just think about all of the areas in our lives that we try to keep hidden, we try to not have light shine on it. We don't want it to be exposed. We don't want to be exposed. But if we are willing and able to allow Jesus to come into those dark places and shine his light, then the darkness has to flee, because the darkness and the light cannot coexist. So if we allow Jesus' light to shine even in those dark places, then he can be the difference maker in our lives, and he can set us on the path that he has already ordained for us to be on. So I pray that this was helpful to you. I pray that this was something that allowed you to have some motivation and inspiration for the rest of today, the rest of the week, and something that you can take on with you throughout the rest of the year as a motivation of what we can do to be the change we want to see. Until tomorrow, God bless you.